Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. So I hope you are doing well. So we'll start the session in few more minutes. Okay, tell the people need to join. Just let's wait for a few more minutes and we'll start the session. Okay. So good morning, everyone, guys. Start the session. So in the last session, what we discussed about, in the last session we discussed a RAG, right? So how this RAG is generally going to work, right? So now we'll move further more and we'll understand how this generative AI going to help us to do some projects. So in this session, we are going to cover about chatbot creation. So how we're going to create a chatbot. For example, if you are working with on a project, okay, if you are working with the project, you need to implement that using an LLM that pre-trained means already predefined LLM you need to use, and you need to get them. So from where you can get that model from, you can use from Hugging Face, right? Hugging Face is providing a number of models for free, as well as you can use what are the model you want and how it is going to support. So based on your system configurations, you can use it. And that also, and one more thing, that you can access free models like from you can access from Hugging Face, as well as you can access from Google, which is providing free. But coming to the OpenAI GPT, which was free in Hugging Face, but it need to support, your system need to be supported, as well as we have a lot of models to explore. Okay, so before moving, just we'll see that how this Hugging Face is going to work. Okay, I'll give overview and about the Google and Hugging Face. So let me share my screen. Guys, I hope you are able to see the screen. Is it visible? Just let me know. Is that the screen is visible? Just everyone. Okay. So this is a Hugging Face, one of the application, which is the company which is providing all the free models at one place. So here you're going to have the some free models as well as premium models. Okay, so how you can access that model, so how we'll get to know about understanding the models and what you can do here, and everything we'll discuss. So this is the dashboard. When you log in into the Hugging Face, you need to log in with your Google account. So it's going to be look like this. So you can use what are the things you want in this using a Hugging Face. So you can find the what are the models. It may be all pre-trained models which were free, and if there is any pricing also, they will inform you, so you need to go with that. And coming to, we have different data sets and the space community, you can do a lot of things using this Hugging Face. Let's see what is this model. And coming to the profile, this is your information who has been created in the left panel. Okay, so just I'm going through these models. So you can see they specified these are the trending models and the data sets and spaces. So you'll get that you can use these are the recently used by a number of people. So this is a model area, guys. So where we can get what are type of model you are expecting, you can get that type of model. See here. So they specified here filter itself. So you are looking for what type of model. So so there are see total so there are the total 18 lakhs and plus models we have. So imagine how many number of models we have, we can research on it. So now we're coming to the thing is that, so you here you can see that in the left side of this Hugging Face you have the text generation models. So if I click on this, what happens? So you can see that all the models, what are the models we have, what are the models we have from text based, means nothing but if you give any text, it is going to return based on the text only. Okay, so that is the thing it is going to give. You can explore here what are the model you want. All the models are not for free. Some of the models is not going to give access if you use API also. Okay, so using these models you can do two things, guys. One is that you can call these models using API key. Okay, what is this API key, how we need to create, I'll show that. And another one is that downloading the model. If the model was a smaller model, base model, so you can download that in your system and you can run. So you are no need to get any access from Hugging Face directly. You can implement that from a libraries and you can install it in your local machine and you can run if the machine is supporting. Okay, so that you can go through these models. So you have text generation models. These are all text generation models. You can go through it and you will get to know, you'll understand. For example, let's see that this DeepSeek and this K intelligent, you can see it is a base instructor. Base instructor is nothing but it is in a base model. It is just updated. So it is a 12B. I mean, it's nothing but it has been trained on billions of parameters, 12 billions of parameters. So you can explore. So let's see that DeepSeek became one of the popular models. So let's see what we can do in this using DeepSeek. So when you click on that model, it will give the complete information about that model. Okay, we introducing the first generation reason model, so you can see that, and it has been comparing with other models. How models means like how it is performing at the area. Okay, DeepSeek, OpenAI, and you can see that, right? So you can go through it, and if you hear how it has been trained, what is the different parameters it has been used, so all the information you will find here. So if you want to use this model, you need to follow some these are the different models. Okay, they have DeepSeek has the base models. You can use these base models by downloading them, and you can see this is a comparison between different models, why the DeepSeek is popular. Okay, you can see that, and in the top down they'll provide a code to implementation about the model. So if you want to access this model, you need to do some follow the instructions. So this is how you will get the complete information about the model. And coming to that, you can explore. So it means you, if you want to try this, you can try in this section area. Okay, so you can try this. So if you click on the playground, so you can see that, right? It is a playground. Just you click on the playground, so it will take you to other page. Okay, another page. So where you can explore that playground. So in this playground, you can do a lot of things. You can explore the different type of models. Okay. So every model, it has its own playground area, guys. Okay. Okay. Yes, you're going to, okay, coming to the credits, I will share one more file. Please fill that form, okay? And coming to the importing, yes, while working with any generative AI, you need to use the pre-trained model, because if you want to build a model, it will take nearly, if you use your system or any clouds, if you use clouds, you need to pay for that. nearly amount is too cost cutting is too high, and for the data you need to collect huge of amount of data, not that 1 GB 2 GB. You need to collect nearly like terabytes and terabytes of data. If you want to train that using your local system, then it will take nearly, for once you want to train, then it will take nearly 1 year to train the model if you use your local machine. So it's not possible to build like LLM, right? So these LLMs are pre-built and they use with a huge billions of parameter, right? So that is the thing, we are going with the pre-trained models. You can work with the transformers, LLMs, other thing, it's fine. But if you want to go with LLM, like implementing in your project functionalities, then you need to access this, okay? Yeah, I'll show. Don't worry. That is the main thing. I just shared my screen, right? So first, let me clear that. What is this Hugging Face? Okay, I'll show you that. Don't worry about that. So this is a playground, guys. So here you can access n number of models. You can explore the models and you can work on with these models. Okay. So whatever the things you can give, it will respond accordingly. Okay. So here we are in the this model. Okay. If you want, you can change that model. Okay. You can change the model. Okay. So it is asking for pricing. So these are the premium models. You can go through other models, like I'll go with the DeepSeek again. So here you can see the what are the different models of DeepSeek. Okay, so I'll use one of the model V3. Okay, just let me ask for that. Okay, will I explain the ProCon? Okay, it is not allowing to do. Okay, let me do one thing. Okay, I'm just getting error of using this playground. Okay, so guys, this is where you can explore. So first, create your account and start working this. Search for playground. You can use free models. It will provide the free models. Okay, don't worry about that. So you can change your model. You can run that. Okay, I tried a number of times, so that will be an issue. Sorry for that. And if we can explore that. So here, what happens? So let's see how to access this. Okay, I'll show you that how to do that too. So you can explore different models. So here you can work on with the models and you can try to do a number of things. Okay. And coming to this is a playground, so I don't have access. Okay, I'll show you that in Google also. And now coming to here, that you find the spaces. So what the spaces, what this see, and what this temperature, and what this top PK, nothing but. So while you are dealing with any of the models, they will say that adjust your configurations. If you're using Gemini, if you're using any DeepSeek, if you're using GPT, if you're using what are the models, these configurations were similar, guys. Okay, so what this temperature will do, what this temperature generally will do means, this temperature will allow you to the model to give a response. It will provide the response accordingly. Okay, just a minute, guys. Give me a minute. Okay, guys, just sorry for that interruption. So, so in this temperature, what this temperature will do means, if you increase this temperature, the model will start giving the answers in a randomness. So if you ask the what is the weather of today, so if the model has been trained till today, so it's going to analyze and it give the temperature. So what the model going to think means, like, it is not going to form the sentence in right format. So if you increase the temperature, if it is the last max was a 2, so if you make it as a 2, it's not going to give the accurate information. Okay, so that is the issue with the temperature. So when you keep this temperature low, it gives the very strict values, nothing but it will follow the each and every instructions clearly and going to give the it will think creatively and it is going to give the best response. So to that you can adjust this in a smaller way. So if you keep it as a small value, then you're going to get the best result, because if you keep 0 or then keeping 2 means it moving the temperature to 2, so it is easy to keep that as a less value to get the best results. Whereas top P, so what this top P, why we need to consider means, for example, how the model is trying to predict, the model is trying to predict the next word, right? The model is trying to predict next word. So if the model is trying to predict the next word, then how the model will understand that how this is our next word, this is the next word it need to give, then how the model is understanding. For example, this is my sentence, okay? If this is my sentence, okay, this is my sentence. So what is my answer? Just for example, I'm so that people had it. In a very probability, what I think about it, get 100 was 3 in going to get so a probability the probability of overloaded to be given the probability replace so that is the top period to give the so T. This top that then from the intake only 10 words from that and based on the configuration we have model the configuration will works. Okay, coming to the space. So what the space will generally will do, the space will do is nothing but, so here using the space in Hugging Face, using the spaces in Hugging Face, you can create your own code directly here itself. You can execute all the things here itself in the space. Okay, if I go with any of the model example, if I go with any of the model here, the app, when go that it will give the information, like you can edit your code and the app and credit. You need to give Hugging Face ID IPA, so then you can prepare your own model here itself, guys. So that is the thing. You can go with the app. So you have the different files. So what are the files you can include? You can include in that area, and you can build your app here itself. Okay, so in the space it will allow you to create your own app here itself. So this is how it is going to look like. So preview means this is how they started building. So if you change anything in the code, so it will change according to your web application. Okay, so you can click on load existing project. You will save your project with the name. So you can use what are the different model you have, and you can change the codes as well as settings too. Okay, So this is how the space will help you to create directly in Hugging Face. You can work on it and you can create your own app. So if you have a code file, so for example, you had a code file you need to run in the Python, so you can go to files and you can add your own file and you can run that and you can create your own application. So this is how the Hugging Face will help you guys. And so while creating any accessing any of the model, you need to have the API key, guys. So API key, I'm just use a base model for my project. So what you need to do, go to your account, go to your account. In that account, you have the option is access tokens. In that, you're going to have the option of access tokens. Okay. So what are the model you take? It may be a video to chart, chart to video, text to audio, audio to text, image. What are the model you are using? If it is free or if it is a base model, you can access by using this token. So click on the token. It will ask you to give some password. Okay, your current password. So I'm going to use my password, just security for reasons. Okay, so I'm using my password, so I can have created these many API keys. If you want to create a new token and give the name. So generally, while you are dealing with access, guys, is this okay? Am I audible now? Guys, am I okay? Is this okay now? You're able to okay, that's good. Okay, I'll explain it once again. Don't worry. Coming to that, where we are in models, right? So we'll go to models. Coming to the temperature, we'll discuss. Okay, so gamma. So this is one of the model you can see. So we have a lot of models. So here you have the image to text. So if you give image, that will analyze, the model will analyze and give the output. Okay. So any to any is nothing but it's a multi-model, guys. If you give the video, it will analyze. If you give the image, it will analyze. If you give the text, it will give the option text. So like this, you can perform the n number of tasks. So like this, text to video also it can create by using these models. But you need to have the access for this. So make sure that before using that, the Hugging Face is going to give the access or not. Okay. Now, just I said no. Just let me take any of a model. Let me consider any of the model. Just a minute. Okay. So if that is suggesting first, means that are the top models. Okay, I'll consider this one first one. Okay, game though. So which was a topmost model. So by providing a prompt, it will create a video for us. Okay, let's go for See, so that it is not giving for free access for us because it is not the free to access. So that we can do one thing, that we'll just load a simpler model, image to text or text to image. Okay, let's take one of the model, Facebook or Llama. I'll search for one of the model, that is, so it was developed by Meta. Okay, so it is a text-based model. Okay, Llama. So which will give the access, so you can work on it. Go to playground here. So what this temperature will do, what this temperature generally will do means, okay, yeah, you don't have access for this playground. Okay, so you can create an account, guys, and you can work with this playground. Okay, no the issue. Okay, coming to that, you can use this Llama. So temperature, I already said that temperature is nothing but if you decrease the value. Okay, if you decrease the value, so it will give the creativity content. Okay, what the next word you are trying to predict, it is going to give the best words and best output. Okay, when you increase the temperature, so it will not going to give the accurate information, it is going to give the answer in the randomness, means not it's going to generate the next word is in a randomly. Okay, so it's not going to perform well. So that is the thing. If you give the less also, it will going to perform the creativity, but it's not going to add any randomness, means sometimes we need, right? So while creating in that areas, you need to raise that temperature from minimum value to overcome that issues. Okay, it need to create randomness as well as it need to add some creativity, then only we are going to get the best results. So try to make that temperature value 0 0.5 0.4, it's a better to get the best output from the any of the LLM. Okay, this is one of the configuration, one of the parameter, guys. Coming to top P, so this is a probability, guys, means nothing but, for example, this is our sentence. Okay, this is a sentence, how are you? So this is my sentence. So for example, if I say I am fine, so we know generally, right? So how the model will know this word or the next word, it need to give that this is the next word, then how the model will know. So for that we use probability nothing but it will, while working, while predicting the next word, it will get to know, okay, I think is the screen. Okay, so this is the temperature. So if you increase the temperature, then it is going to be create a randomness, so we are not going to get the accurate results. So to better to take the smaller value, so coming to the taking of less temperature also, it's going to rise the issue. So taking a minimum value is a better. Okay, so to get a good output. Coming to the token is nothing but, top P is nothing but, this is a probability, guys. So probability is nothing but, so if this is our sentence, then how the model will know that this is an expert. So to that, so this probability will help. If you keep this is a 0.8, so it will consider the next word. If it is there is in a queue, like it had 40 100 words in the next word predict. So if it need to give the next word, means in the fine place we have 100 words, in a place of fine we have 100 words. Okay, so how the model will give the best word there, from 100 it need to pick one word, right? So if you give the probability, then based on the probability from 100, which word had highest probability, then that word is going to be given as the next word. Okay, and coming to other word, other thing is we have the top K. Top K here they haven't specified. So top K is nothing but, top K will help you to get the 100 words. Means for example, we have the next word is in a, it need to predict next word. We are going to specify the from how many words it need to pick the next word. So we'll say that pick from top 10 words, pick from top 20, pick from top 30. So we'll say specify that words from top 30, it will consider the probability, it considers the temperature, and it is going to give the next word. So this is how the configuration going to work, guys. Okay, this is how the configuration is going to work. And coming to space, spaces is nothing but, it will give you the access for creating a models here itself in Hugging Face, and you can work on it. Okay, so this is my new space, you need to create on space. Okay, it's a public, create a space, and it will open like a window. There you need to provide a code. So what are, if you have previous, you have code, like you want to create a thing, you need to specify, and here you need to give your Hugging Face ID also to access any model. Why, how you're going to give your token. In that way, you need to give your token and you need to create a space. Here you can run your model also. Okay. And coming to access token, I already specified that. I already said that. Go to access token. So to your account, okay. Here down, drop down, you'll see the access token option. So click on that. Here you have the create token option. So you can create your own token with any name. So before that, just use the read option. So to get the best results. So you can create your own and click on the create token. It will give one ID. So copy that ID and you need to use that ID in your code. So then you can get the access for the model, guys. Okay, am I clear? Is the thing is clear? Now we'll see the how to create a model using. I'm just going to use small model and I'll create a chatbot. We'll see that how it is going to work. Okay, just let me share my screen. So I hope the screen is visible for you guys. Okay, just a minute. Yes, guys, see here, we'll see that create an chatbot and support system here. So this is my VS Code. I'm just from new file. I'm just creating my app.py file. Okay. So this is we previously we have seen the same process. So you need to have the requirements, all these things also. It's a mandatory. Make sure that. So I'm using libraries, guys. One is Stream. For easy purpose, I'm using Streamlit. Okay, so it is a framework for it which will help you to create a web page. So some I'm using transformers. Okay, import. I will import auto tokenizer of auto model, casual model, and the tokenizer. Yeah, yes. So for guys, so you can do this. I said no, you can do this using Hugging Face. You can do in the two ways. One is that you can download. One other one is that you can use API key. So some models will allow you to use API key using by calling using that API key. You can access the model. Some models may not allow. So for that, you need to download if it is small model. I'm just downloading the model. So for my sake, just getting that model. Okay. So I'm just using Torch. Okay. Import Torch. So this is the model where we have generally this tokenizer, auto tokenizer, and this auto model for a casual LLM. There we will find a lot of LLMs here. So that is the thing. This is a model. Okay. I'm just importing Torch here. Torch will help you to execute the huge computation things. So for that, it will help us. So I'm just importing the Hugging Face hub. Okay. Snapshot down. What I will do, just from our Hugging Face, import login. sometimes we need login we required. Okay, so these are the simple 4 libraries I'm using for my model purpose. Okay, now we'll create a configuration. So I'm just for my page I'm use st dot set configuration. Yeah, page configure. So nothing but we are specifying that this is my page, it need to look like. Okay, just we did right in the previous same like that. So I'll specify page title chart with the llama 3, not llama 3. I'll use other model. I'll specify chartbot. Okay, so it will add the robotic face. Okay, if you want icon you can specify that. Okay, and now I'm just specifying the name of my chatbot as st.title. Okay, title chatbot. Rick, Ferric, not Rick chatbot. This is my chatbot name. Okay, Rick. Now I'll just use. You can write something like this is a chatbot with the can answer the questions of Rick and Matrice or not Matrice. So this is a chatbot. Just I'm just giving. So in the subheading for giving the understanding, like we'll give no. So this is application you can use. This is the purpose of this application. Like this you can do with that if you want. I'm just keeping that. Now I'll ask for my HF token. Okay, I'll get my HF token. Nothing but Hugging Face token, guys. Okay. I'm going to specify my Hugging Face token here. No need of this secret, all these things. I'm just to remove this completely. I'll keep it as the here is my Hugging Face. Okay. So here I can access my Hugging Face token. Okay. So I just said no to create there. You'll get a token that I need to specify. Okay. Now, so I'll just check with the authentication. So is that clear with the Hugging Face or not from Hugging Face? If what I will do is equals to your Hugging Face or not. Okay, the token we are going to check here. So login, we got login here. Login token equals to HF token. Okay, key. So get a change the name as key. Just a minute, guys. I just need to get them. Yeah. So here also I need to specify that, right? So this is my Hugging Face key, guys. Okay, just it going to check the authentication that is that we got access from Hugging Face or not. Okay, so otherwise it's going to raise some error. So that is the reason we need to check. Okay, if message and the previous I said no, I will store some information, right? So for I just created a variable in the rag while we are dealing with the rag, right? So in that I'm just creating one more thing is that session state, one more variable that will help you to do store something. So first it will check that is empty or not. So that is the thing we did session state. So it will check that is the variable is empty or not. Okay. Now next I'll go with the decorator. I'm going to use some decorator. Okay. So these decorators will help you to process is that following the step-by-step process or not. So okay. So load model, we are going to load our model with the using Hugging Face. Okay. So in that, I'll just check my is there if you are not provided any key, then it need to raise an error. Okay. So that is the issue. I'm just going to say that I will check that. Okay. If HF API key. So it need to raise an error. Okay, please set your Hugging Face API key in this code. Okay, so it's going to take a code and it's going to give us. Okay, so it will stop everything. So I'll make it as st.stop. So if you are not provide anything, that it will stop and it will start again. Okay, so that is the thing we need to specify stop. And coming to model name, I'm just going to use simple model. That the model name I'll specify just a minute. The model name Microsoft Knowledge, just it is doing its own model. I will take my own model. So I'll use, it's a simple model which has already had my local machine. So that is IBM Granite model. Okay. Okay, this is my Granite model I'm going to use. Mod 7B, I'll use. So this is it won't take much time because I already loaded this model. So for sure, you can use any of the model, guys. Okay, this is a base model from IBM. So which was IBM introduced, how this Gemini introduced by Google, the same like IBM has introduced their own model. So the model name is a Granite model, so which will help you to do some things. Okay, it was a 2 billion parameters, so it was a simple easy model. Okay, so the parameters was less, means the 2 billion, 3 billion, 4 billion ones, it will acceptable and you can use in your models. Okay, so you can use in your projects. Okay, it was easy to download also parameters. If what is if it is the 10 to 12, 13, 50, 40, 100 GB billion parameters, means it is a large models. It is you need to use by through API key only. If you want to download it, not possible because it will take huge memory for our memory. So that is a thing you need to make sure that. Okay. Yeah. Now our tokenizer, from the tokenizer we are going to use the pre-trained model with the HF token. Okay. I'm going to use model and I'm going to specify my token here. Token equals to HF API token. Okay. So we'll get to know this. Yeah. Let's go. Now, so after that, we just imported model from tokenizer. So now we are going to specify that model. This is a model name, and you need to do, and all these things you need to specify. So for that, casual model. So you need to say that. So the model which was a casual. So model name, and I'm using torch. So torch is nothing but which will convert that. If you have CUDA, it will help you to take that CUDA. Okay. So if not, it you can leave it that. Okay, so CUDA is nothing but it is like it will use GPU. So if in a system there is a GPU access, then it will use that GPU, or else it will not. Okay, just so this is how the model going to work. Now it will return what it will return. Just a minute for model, right? On the top tokenizer, I just specified as a tokenizer. So whereas a model, I need to specify that this is a casual LLM. So I need to specify HF token. Yes, I just closed it. So now it need to return model and a tokenizer. So while giving the output, it need to return this. So using these things, I can access. Okay, so now the model is getting a model will be ready. Okay, now the model is ready. So now in model we have the model. Okay, so the model, what this tokenizer will do, it will convert the information according to the model usage. For example, the model will if you give the text is not able, the model will not understand, right? So for this tokenizer will convert that and it will give us that model, how the model will understand, means for example some models will understand some binary language, other models will understand in different formats. So for that, this tokenizer will convert that information into that thing and it will give us as an output. Okay, So if you're using try, you can give it as a try block. Okay. So it's not required, but in some scenarios we need to know, because the model, I'll keep this as a try. Try. So this try will help you. So if you're facing any issues, then the try block will help you to overcome that issue. Okay. This is how the try will help you. Okay, guys. So it will inform you that this is an error. Please overcome that error. Okay. So we'll get to know, we'll understand that. Okay. This is how the try block will help. So we need to know, right? So where is the error is? Okay. Where is we are getting the error? Okay. Now, so just till now, what we did means just we have loaded the model, guys. So what we did till now, first we took the libraries, required libraries, just we imported, and now just we have set our title, means that web page name. Okay, this is my web page name, and I'm just going to give the here API key. Okay, I will show that how to give. Just what are the code what are the key we'll get from Hugging Face, right? So I'll copy that and we'll paste it here, that key. Okay, so you're going to get access. So here we'll get the login issues. So sometimes some models will ask that, do you have any access for the model or not? For that purpose, we are saying that login into Hugging Face. Okay, it will check that authentication. So here with the session state, just we have created a message variable to store the information. Why we need to use means, see, chatbot is nothing but how it need to react. It need to show the user question as well as the what the answering, right? So in the format, like a chart format, how generally we'll chart with the others, so in the same way it need to show us, right? So what previous question we asked, what is the previous answer it gave, after that what we asked, in that it need to show that, right? So for it need to show in that way means this is a general model. If you ask the question, it will give the answer, but it's not going to store any information. Okay, so for that what we are taking, this is a one of the variable which will store our information. Okay, this is a list which will store our information as what the model respond, what the user asked queries. In that format it will store, and when we ask for to print, then it is going to print on that screen. Okay, so it completely going to look like a chatbot. Okay, so this is how the chatbot going to work, guys. Okay, so here what we did, just we have loaded the model. Okay, this is my model. Okay, so here just we said sometimes you are not going to provide Hugging Face key. If it is the issue with the Hugging Face, it will say that please provide a valid Hugging Face ID. Okay, after that, this is the model name. I just use the LLM. This is my LLM name, and I use try block. So if I get any of issue with the loading of a model, it need to raise an error. Okay, so I'll get to know, okay, this is error of model error. I need to change the model or that. Okay, so if you're using with the new models, you need to understand that. Okay, tokenizer. So what this tokenizer will do means, this is my model. Okay, I'm using this as a model. If I give the answer, okay, hi, how are you, this is my message, means model is directly going to understand this message, no, right? So it need to be converted. So what this tokenizer will do, it will convert that into according to the model usage, and that will pass to the model will understand, and it will give the response. That response is converted again with the help of tokenizer, and it is going to give the output to the user. So this is a thing is going to happen here, guys. Okay, I hope this part is clear. Yes, guys, is this clear till here? Okay, try block is nothing but, guys, so I already said, no, we are using for raising any exception. See, if we said that it will download, means it will get the model from Hugging Face. Some scenarios will happen that with the issue with the Hugging Face ID, or else the model not able to load in your system. Okay, if that was the issue, then it will raise error. So we'll understand, okay, the issue was not here in Hugging Face or anywhere. The issue was with the model. Okay, I need to change the model, or else I need to check the code in a
model area. So this is the main how the exception handling will work. It is a very important in languages. While writing huge code, okay, writing you write huge code, it will affect our model. Okay, some areas we are not able to find the errors, right, bugs in our code. Like if it is a 1000 lines of code, so we are in hurry, so some we are not able to give that accurate results. Means the code we can't find the bugs. So in that scenarios, if you use the try blocks, except blocks, means in this area if we get, you need to give this type of message. Okay, if it is give this type of message, what happens, we'll understand, okay, this is the area we are getting the error, so we need to rectify there itself. So in that way we need to understand this. Okay, is it clear? So try block and the exception blocks will help you that in that. Okay, exception handling you need to know. Yes, are you able to see the screen? Is it visible now? I didn't get your question, Arshaddeep, right? What's your question? I didn't get that. You didn't understand try block. I didn't get that. Not able to see the screen. Okay, that is the issue with the VS Code, guys. That is the issue with the VS Code, I think. Okay, sorry for that. I'll do one thing. Just I'll do one thing. Okay, so this is how it's going to look like. Okay, just we wrote try block. So what we wrote tokenizer. In tokenizer, what we sorry. In tokenizer, what we specified, this is auto tokenizer, and the name of the model we specified, and the token was this is from Hugging Face. Okay, so we specified, then the model will understand and it will get, and the model that will go for auto model for this. In that we are specifying this is a model name, and use float 16, that is a torch, means nothing but it is going to use CUDA, as means like GPU. If you have in the system, it will access GPU, and the token it will check the Hugging Face token. So now it will respond that now your model is ready, and the output what are you expecting, that model and the tokenizer ready. So you can now you can send the question to the model, and the tokenizer will handle that, and it will pass and it will give the information, guys. Okay, this is a simple easy one. Okay, you need to get confused. Okay, we'll go for the next. So if you get any error, it will stop automatically here itself. Okay, now, okay, till now we just prepared our model. Now we need to define our response, like it need to look like a GPT, right? So it need to generate response or give my new function. Yeah. Okay, it's suggesting me that a model prompt. Okay, we're going to pass that prompt. Okay, just let me take this, adjust that. Okay, what happens here, we are going to take one more model. Okay, one more function. In that we are passing our own prompt. Okay, so we the user going to send the prompt. Okay, and the model, so what the model we have loaded here, it is going to load it into this function, and with the tokenizer also. Okay, now what will happen, so inside we'll see. So you need to specify that is the prompt from human, array assistants, right? So for that, I'll won't take this. I'll write the one. You'll understand. Okay. So I'll take formatted. Okay. So here what I did means, so guys see here. So I'm just specifying the name. Okay. So this prompt, who is going to give this prompt? Prompt generally who is going to give? Human, right? So I'm specifying this is a human prompt. Okay. Human is going to give the prompt. Human going to give the prompt for the assistance. Means I'm going to specify these AI. Okay. So AI going to, we are going to pass to the AI. So this is the information. Just okay. You'll understand while executing this code. Don't worry. If not, okay. Now, so user gave the input, so that need to be formatted, right? So user already gave the information, means user gave the prompt, right? So that prompt need to be understood by the mission. So for that, for the passing to the LLM, I'll just make it as a input. Means input nothing but we are passing to the model, right? So I'll use tokenizer. I already said that what tokenizer will do, right? So formatted input, I'll take that. Okay, formatted prompt means this prompt we are passing here. Okay, this prompt we are passing here, guys. Okay, don't worry about that. This prompt we are passing here. Okay, I'll say that return tensor and a PT. Okay, return tensors. Okay, yeah. Okay, so PT. What this PT will, I'll let you know. Okay, just a minute. Yeah. Now, just we did that, and it will check that is that CUDA is going to work or not. Okay, I'll change it. I'll ask for that if torch available. Okay, torch dot CUDA is I already said, right? So this is the where it will help you. Where it will help you is that a model GPU is present in a system or not. It will check. If not, then it will use the general whatever the available. It may you have a CPU, it will use CPU. If you have GPU, then it will use the GPU, guys. Okay. So these inputs will equals to. So here you can see the KV CUDA is nothing but it will take the information like KV dot CUDA is nothing but it will get for accessing that model. It will provide the CUDA. If not, then it will going to give the CPU. Okay. With with torch, if we had torch, so we'll use grid. Okay, grad torch, okay, no grad. So then now we are going to get the output from the models, guys. Okay, output equals to, we get the model generate, a model going to generate. So then in the model we have the function called generate function. Okay, okay, this is the where we'll get model. So we are going to specify the inputs. See here, we are specifying the inputs. Inputs, the star, double star we are going to use. Why we are going to use means, so I will use my own tokens. It's better. Max length, no need, I think. Okay, I'll use this one. If it's better, then I'll make it as max. Max token. So what are the tokens I'll use? I'll use nearly, it's better, I'll use 250. Okay. Tokens. I'll use temperature here. So temperature, it be 0.7 or 0.5 or 0.4. I'll make it 0.5.
Next, do sample equals to true. Okay, the sample it will check before giving the output. Okay, add token, so ID, end of the section. So we have a lot of configurations, guys. Okay, okay, this tokenizer, end of the token ID. Okay, so next I need to use top P. Okay, it's fine. I will use top P. So top, I already said that top P is nothing but it is going to help you to get the probability, and the top K. So from 50 words, you can use top P, and so this is a repetition penalty. No need. Okay. So this is how we are going to define the configurations. Okay, the different configurations we have. Okay, in some of the configurations also no need. I just used. These are the different configuration for model. Just I used. Okay. So it will check the sample and it will pair token means you're going to the ID of the each token. It will check that by providing the tokenizer. So while the tokenizer will clarify that is that word is a present harmful word or not, it will check that. So that is ID we used here. And the model is going to generate the response. So we will pass the information to the model. This information we are going to pass the model. Now the model is going to generate as output. Okay, we are passing the input which we have converted, right? So which we have converted here. So we are just converted into that values, right? So point and the token. So we are just giving the value. So this is the token one, token two, like this. It is going to position tokens. Okay, position of tokens. So that position of tokens we are going to pass by this using CUDA. Will send that, and it will try to generate using that. Okay. Now it will need to respond. So it is going to respond. For that you're going to use decoder, because just we are converted to according to a model, right? So according to a model, we just converted. So now according to user, we need to convert, right? So we are just converted the information to binary. Now we need to convert that binary from human understandable language, like high level language. So it's going to take the output. Outputs may it will take only 0 and it will convert and it will give the special tokenizers. True is nothing but it is going to use some special tokenizers in your text. We will get to know. Okay. And the response by AI. So while providing, so here we specified the human, right? So we will save this prompt as in a message as a human, and we will save this as a generated by AI. So it will look like a okay. We are communicating with an AI, or you are communicating with the. So you can say that I'll remove this and I'll make it as a Rick. Okay. So Rick is getting going to give the response. I'll change it here also. Rick, okay. So he's going to give the response for us. So it will return the complete response. Now after that, I already said that we need to just save this in with that. Okay, with st.spinner. I'm going to use spinner. So spinner, it's going to look like. So the model is loading, or you can specify what are the message you want. Okay. And the model and tokenizer. So here we are calling the function, guys. See here. So load model, we are calling the function. So where is the load model? Here it is, right? So we are calling the function. We'll get the output. This output is going to be here, and now this input is forward to generate response, right? So we haven't called that. We'll call that. And now after the finishing all the things, it will print as yes success st dot everything was success. Model loaded successfully. It will print some message. Okay. Now, for messages, I'll give the messages. So state of messages, we will get to know this. Okay. With chat messages, the role. So we already specified the role, and it will mark down that content. Okay. What happens here? What happens here? So it's going to say, ask Rick a question. So if you have anything, you can ask for that person as a who is assistance, like you are providing for your assistant or the thing. You can ask him. Okay, in that way, it is going to specify. So now, just we are creating the information, the prompt we need to take, right? So I'm just adding these informations to message. Session state dot message. Just we are adding this information to message. Okay, guys. So here what happened, the role means, for example, if that given by the user, it will give the human and it will add it. And if that given by the assistant, then it will take it as a given by Rick and it will add it to the content. Okay. So this is how just we specified. I think this is clear, guys. Now I'll just make it as a spinner thinking assistance. I'll keep this here. It's look good. With this with spinner generating response. Okay. So I think the correction the as a response is going to given by the model. We're getting error here. Markdown response. Just let me check that. What is the thing? Single cobalt indent block. Okay, I forgot to give the indentation. What's this? Okay. So this is how you need to give, guys. Okay. So this is a code. I think you understood this, what we did from the model. I'll go through it once again. So what happens here when we load the model, if we get an error, it will stop here itself by loading model. And coming to the, just we defined one more function. We defined the one function here that generate response. So just we are loaded model till here. Okay, we have in our hands model. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to pass some information to the model. So how that we are going to convert the information. So the user going to give the prompt and the model will respond. Model and the tokenizer which we got from the return option we are passing here. Okay, now that input which are sent by the user we are converting. This is a human and that is a person has been Rick. Okay, these are two persons. Okay, so formatted, so means nothing but this information in the format of that how the model is expecting. So tokenizer will convert the information into the mission understandable LLM understandable language. After that, torch CUDA is nothing but we are passing that information by step, like we are passing to the model. Okay, here the model will understand the information. Okay, means like it will take the step-by-step process. It will pass that, okay, this is sent by the user. Okay, this is a prompt and this is a word by word. It will position, means already I said that positional encoding is important. So if the position changes, the model will not understand the context of the information, right? So that is the thing. It will follow the position of tokens and it will take the inputs of the items. Okay, items nothing but the information is going to store like this, guys. Okay, I'll just give an example here. So for example, hi. So these sorry. Just need to kill this. Yeah, this how it is going to work means it's going to store id 1 equals to I, comma. So it's going to store like this, guys. It's going to store the information like this. Okay. So this is how it is going to store the information. So it will pass to the next. This information is going to pass, and it is going to converted in a form. It will convert it to according to the mission understandable language, and it will pass to the model. Okay. So now with the torch no grade, so we are passing this is the thing. So model output. So we are going. We need to get output, right? So our main motto generate response. The model need to generate. So we are going to see that. Okay, it will follow these for configurations. Okay, with the tokenizer in order and id. Just we send the id now. So this is ids, and it will take the information, means it will give the output in a 250 words. Okay, and the temperature already said that, and token p token, you know that, right? So next after that, what are the responses when generated by the model? The tokenizer will again, it will decode, it will convert an understandable language, and it will give the information. So this is how the model, while this is processing, it will show that the model is loading, means we are calling the model, no, right? This is a model we are calling, right? So while installing, the user will see this message. After finishing, the model will loaded successfully. And this next it will show that it will store the information which was stored by the user, means it need to look like chart, right? So it need to store the information in message. It will append, and this also it will append, and will call here the model. We are passing a response here, you can see, and it will generate the response, guys. This is a simple easy code, I think so. Understood here. So before running, just have a 5 minutes break. We'll have 5 minutes break, and we'll see the output. Okay, I hope the thing is clear. Okay, guys, am I clear? Just will have a 5 minutes break. Okay, guys. Here we'll see that remaining part. Just let me run that. Terminal. I'm just running that. So just this is how the model has been loaded, guys. So let's see. So just do this. You can see that images and that things. So this is how the chatbot going to look like. So if you want to convert, this is a role based bot, means nothing but. So if you want to convert this into like a support system, like it is in like assistance or like a thing, you need to add one more thing to hit this as an instruction. So instructions, we are going to pass some instruction. So the system instruction that we are going to specify, you are a doctor. Okay, so you are a doctor. Then if the user asks any of the related with issues, with the health issues, you need to respond. Otherwise, you need to say that I am not aware about this. Okay, so you can see that we got a response from the Rick, right? So this is how so okay, something has been changed when it comes to Rick. Okay, this is the model going to respond. Okay, so you can ask what are the questions you have. So this is work like as a chatbot, guys. Okay, so this is how you need to load, and you need to give the Hugging Face ID if wanted. Okay, so it will confirm the model is going to be loaded, guys. Just we are downloading the model, though that is the thing. So if you want to use API key also, you can access through API key also. Okay. So it taking time because it need to respond from our system side, right? So that is the thing. It's taking that much time. So okay, don't worry. I'll share it. Share the code. Okay. Just let me share my code. but get your API key, guys. Okay. Don't specify everywhere the key. Okay, just only give in at one place, then that is enough. Okay. And before doing that, so before doing that, you need to install the library. So make sure that you have installed your libraries or not. Okay, I'm just sharing the code. So you can see that it refers to generative artificial intelligence, the subset of artificial intelligence focus on creating new content of data instance. So it has been responding, then it's working. So I'm just sharing the code in a for your purpose. Just a minute. So you can go through this code. Just before that, you need to create an env, that virtual environment I already shown yesterday, right? So create that and work on it. In the same process, you can go with the Gemini, guys. I'll show the previous code. Just I'll show you that how it is going to work. Okay. Let me show you that. So I'm just stopping this. And just open one more folder. So in this creating chatbot, just a minute. So guys, see here, everyone. Just I hope the screen is visible. Just see here. So this is for image generation, guys. Okay, this is for image generation model. You can see here. So I'm just using here Gemini for purpose. Gemini image generation with the Google Gemini. I'm just using the Gemini model with the image generation Gemini model. So I'm using Gemini 2.4 Flash with the preview image generation. This is one of the model in Gemini. So you can write in the same format. You need to give the access key. Just specified here my access key. Okay, don't use this key. Okay. This is how just it is going to work, guys. This is a code for creating Gemini. So just let me run this. Image. So like this, you can create a number of models. So you can access also the same Gemini is going to respond in the same way. So just let me share that screen also. You can do, but while installing different versions. See, if you are installing right now, you install Python 9 version. Okay. So there you have some libraries in that version, and other like 11, 13 have your different libraries, right? So these versions may mismatch, and when you're using without virtual environment, you may get rise errors. Okay, better try to create a virtual environment for every project. Then it is being clear. If you're using different versions arrow, it will not affect for other projects. Okay, that is how we are going to why we are going to create the virtual environment. Uh, so this is a guys, you can see this is a image generation with the Gen AI. So okay, Google Gen AI. So you can specify that model has been loaded here. Just we are using API key, means it's not going to load any model. Okay, through this API key, and we can work on it. Okay. For example, okay, this is my prompt. This is my prompt. Okay, just I'm just hitting on generate image. So just give the image. Okay, let's see that the model is going to generate image or not. This is how you need to do, guys. Okay, so receive to, this is my debugging purpose I'm using. So see, I'll just generate the image of describing young boy walking on a long side wooden bridge. Okay, it's, see, it has an explaining that image. So you can see that it was looks like good, right? So I'll make it as a 3D image. I'll just change it as a 3D image. Let's see. Now we got an image, just simple image. Let's see is it is going to generate another image or not. So it's true, it's working. See, it has been a change, right? So you can see that, right? So the bridge. Okay. Let's see, is that going to add a water or not? Yeah, it's correct, right? So this is how it is going to look like, guys. It has been trying to generate in different manner. But what are the prompt you specify in the each and everything, then it is going to generate. Okay. So like this, you can work on it. It's all going to be. Okay, don't worry. This is how, and you can do one thing. So if you are working with the huge projects, okay, you are not going to give only input model and not these things. You need to implement these type of models in your project with the multiple models you are going to deal. Okay, so for that, what you need to do, you need to implement all this in one web application. Okay, I'll show you that how to that. For example, just we have created a chatbot as well as Gen AI, right? Image generation tool. So in that, I have said example of about image hospitality. For example, you are dealing with the hospitality. So if that hospitality, you need to implement that virtual assistant doctor, virtual assistant doctor. So in that chatbot, you need to give the one prompt that you need to change in that code as you need to give system instruction. We are going to have one function. So you need to specify in the code and give that you are a doctor. So if the user asks for any related health issue related queries, please respond. Or else if the user asks any related outside of that, I want to learn, I want to travel, so don't reply. So if you give that, it will act like a role based model. Okay, so the model is going to give only the response related to health related. Okay, so that is one functionality. Other functionality, I said that image analysis. So if you give the image, it will analyze and it will give, this is the health report of yours based on the provided images. So in that way it need to use. So that is another functionality. Like this, you need to add a number of functionalities to your one web application, then it is going to become a complete project, guys. Okay. So why I'll share it that. Okay. Just let me show you that complete implementation of different formats. I'm just stopping this. Just a minute. Avoid that multi-model. Okay. So you can use different framework, you guys. Not only the Streamlit, you can use your Flask, you can use the Fast API. That's your wish. So while working with that code, make sure that things is clear. So I hope is this visible, guys? Just a minute. Page is loading. It's taking time. So this is how you can implement, guys. So just two things: multimodal AI assistant. So this is just a purpose example just I created. So here you can change. Just we created chatbot. If you created role model, you can create, and not only the like this, you can create like a how the real applications look like that you need to create. Okay, you need to create in that way. Okay, so this is you can access the chatbot here. So you can specify a prompt. If I send message, then you can implement this ask question here also in the interface, chatbot interface. You can go with that also. So you can work on that. So this is how you can create, and if you want to go through image generation, you can go with that also. Okay. So you can make it as a role base. Not only in the sidebar, you can create here also in the interface itself. You can create add functionalities. If I click on that, it need to navigate to other page and it need to work there. So this is how you need to work. Okay. So it taking time. The model is responding very slow. So you can go through Gemini also. That Gemini is going to work. Okay. So it will take time, but when installing now, so it will take time. It will respond. Okay, don't worry that. So based on the model you are using, so if I use API key, you can see that in the previous the Gemini gave the fast response because directly it was interacted directly through API key. So just we have took from that model. The model is going to run in that cloud, and response is going to be printed here. So no burden is going to be taken by our system. Okay, so that is the thing. So just it has been responded. So you can ask some more questions. You can clear the history. Okay, you can do that. You can ask what are the questions, and you can add like changing models also. You can add here in that one more option that you can shift one model to other models like this. Please Gen AI, what you So for example, okay, so Python scope, sorry. Yeah, so it is going to give the response according to what is generated, what do you think about it, what is the feature scope of it. So you can go this if you want, or else you can open this sidebar and you can work with the Gemini image generation. Okay, so let's wait. Just added a number of features, so you can see the statistics of that. Okay, statistics of that history also. Okay, let's see this. So you can add a number of features, guys. Okay, it's taking too much time. Just will, yeah. So you can see that response. So this is a issue what because of that model issue. So if you change that, if you shift to a good model, then it is going to give the better results. So in place of IBM, you can take Gemini also. Gemini we have Flash 1.4 that will give a response accurately. So you can go to this image generation. So no image generated yet. Okay, just I'll do this. I'll copy. Okay, just remove this. Just copy this one. Just go here. I'll make this prompt. So we can add like voice generation, like video. Video is going to take time, but Gemini is not allowing. So, but from Hugging Face, it may not because you need to have the premium access. I think so. If it is okay, you can see that it has been generated in this way. You can download this image, guys. Okay, if you click on this, it is going to be downloaded. So this is how you need to work on it. Okay, so image generated, so you can see the statistics. If you click on this, everything is going to be raised. I hope you're just with this. Backend works to reduce this. Generally, if you want to time, yeah, it will take a time consuming based on the model, guys. So if you see, I already said no. If you go with the API key, for example, image generating, it won't take much time because just be implemented with API key. Just Gemini providing the free access. Just we are took that and be initiated, then the model is working there. So if you go with the downloading the model based on your laptop configuration, desktop configuration, it's going to work. And as well, it will take time. So if you are going with the API key, it won't take much time. Okay? But based on the model, it going. Okay, you have a lot of models explore like Meta. They have Llama. So Llama, we have different versions in Llama, and the one more company Mistral we have. Claude we have. So from Anthropic company, so they introduced Claude. So we have a lot of models. So explore that and use that models to get a better result fast. Okay. Yeah, so in this, you need to work on project guys, right? So I think you finish the labs as soon as possible. I'll inform you that you need to work on project or not. So just based on that, you need to work. Okay, the mentor will take care about the rest of the things. So if you have any queries, I'll be joining. Okay, so this is how we are going to work. Sure, sure. I'll share that. Don't worry about the course. So that is the thing, guys. So try to explore more and understand, learn, go with the Gemini. So I think you know how to get access from API key from Gemini, right? So if not, just I'll explain it. Okay. This is how. What about today's session? Is that good? How was today's session? Right? Anyone? Don't worry. Join the sessions. You'll get to know. So what you need to work and work on your labs. Okay. Try to finish. Just fill the forms who haven't filled, and also I inform the team so they are trying to give the credits. Yes. Not only Python, guys. So you're going to use different libraries. You will use transformers. You'll use Hugging Face. Not you'll use different libraries like Streamlit. You'll use from every model. They're going to have different libraries. So every library going to carry different versions. So every time they're going to update, right? So in that area, while you are installing requirements, so it may changes from one project to other project. One project you will use one libraries. In other project you are going to use other library. So if you won't use virtual environment, then the versions may not give the accurate results. So you'll get the errors due to versions. So before not only Python, you have need to install different libraries. So that is the reason you need to go with the virtual environment. It will create a separate space for your project. So no libraries will interact. So for example, you have a library of TensorFlow. So using 1.1 library. So in the next project, you are going to use 1.2 because they are updated some libraries. So in other project, you are going to use other library for TensorFlow 1.3, 1.4. So in that area, it may changes, versions may changes. It will not affect your other projects. So that is the thing. Try to go with the virtual environment. Yeah, you need to finish only 3 labs. So try to finish beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So how was the session, guys? So you're going to have the mentoring sessions, guys. So if you have any doubts, queries, they'll be with you. Just they will clarify the doubts, everything. I hope you learned from these sessions what is generative AI, how it is going to work, what to do the projects. Okay, I hope. Sure. We'll provide the recording sections. Don't worry. Happy learning. Try to learn something new every time. Just while you're exploring, just learn. Okay, while working with the labs also, the Gemini will, you have the Gemini guide for you. So try to explore each and every point. So it will say that what is Kubernetes engines. So go with ask the Gemini, it will say the Kubernetes engines. You'll ask with try to ask multiple questions, so then you'll understand how the cloud is going to work. Okay, so that in that way you need to learn about that coming to that labs. Okay, sure, we'll share that, don't worry. Okay, guys, have a nice day. I'm just winding the session. Thank you for your time. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Try to finish end of all the sessions. Try to finish your labs. Have a nice Friday. Enjoy as well as learn. Okay, learning is a key point. So when you learn, then you are going to be upskilled. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone.